begin.
Welcome to the Tea
Welcome.
Hi.
Welcome. I am Ninja, your host for today. If you want to call myself that, introduce yourselves because no one knows who you are.
Well, I mean, nobody knows who I am. I was only in one episode.
Yes.
I'm Runbert, by the way. Hello. Gutrot.
Hi, I'm a coup.
And that's all of us.
Yep.
What are you?
I'm Ninja. I already said that.
Oh.
You have a Pokemon?
Whoops.
I'm Ninja, the Natu.
Don't edit that out.
Yeah, don't. We're not. Everything's staying in.
all goofs stay.
Yes. Okay. So, anybody got anything to say? Any links they want to check out?
Well, the new, I'm not sure if you guys have seen the trailer for the new Spider-Verse thing that's coming out.
No.
Ooh,
I
yeah.
haven't.
Have you got, it's the Miles Morales story. You seen that?
I've Into the Spider-Verse. I know about that. I'm actually quite hyped for it. Though I am disappointed that it's not 2D. Like, I don't know.
Really?
I like the style.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
it too.
I like the style too, but like it looks 2D up until in the first trailer where he takes off his mask.
True.
And once he took off his mask, it was really jarring to me. Because it was like, oh shit, this is really stylized. Then his mask is off, and I'm like, oh, never mind. It's only slightly stylized.
It still is really stylized, though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I really enjoyed the first trailer. I haven't seen the second one yet, but yeah, hopefully that's good.
It's
Yeah,
so
the
fun.
second one. Yeah, second one's really good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely excited for it.
I hope they have the Spider-Man 2099 thing in it.
I'm wondering how many Spider people they're going to bring in, because we've seen 3 so far because of the trailer.
Let's see. We know for a fact Spider-Ham's going to be in it because it's fucking Spider-Ham.
Spider-Man.
And after that, I would say that there's at least 2 more, maybe to make an even 6.
Yeah, Spider-Pool.
Yeah. Though I actually heard one cool idea that would be really easy to pull off is if they got the 3 current Spider-Men, the Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and the Tom Holland all in the movie.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't, but like, yeah, I think that would be really cool to have. Just like have 3 of them. Know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That Rod, Runny, what do you think?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck. I don't know what you're talking about. Been kind of zoning out this entire time.
We're talking about Spider-Man.
Oh, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch the trailer. I don't really care.
Runbert?
What? Man, if it doesn't have Mysterio in it, I don't care.
Make or break guy?
Yeah, it is my make or break.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh.
It looks like you're not going to be watching much Spider-Man films since he's like a...
Next Spider-Man film.
Wait, he is?
Mysterio in it.
Yeah,
It's rumored that Mysterio's going to be the main villain.
Oh, nice.
Played by, who was it? What's his name? Hang on, let me see this.
Is it Michael Jackson?
No, it's not Michael Jackson. What the heck?
They got some necromancers up in there. Being like, look,
Yeah.
Michael Jackson action? Yeah, that's how they do for voice actors. They're just rotting corpses.
Yeah.
We don't know it, but Tara Strong is actually 3,000 years old.
I mean, we could ask her if we try to get her on the podcast.
I think that'd be an insulting question.
Tara Strong, are you secretly 3,000 years old?
Are you secretly a necromancer zombie?
Blink 5 times if they have you captive. Okay. So next topic at hand.
Wreck-It Ralph 2 trailer.
Haven't
That
seen
also
that
came
one
out.
either. I'm not excited for that film because it
Really?
Yeah, it's going to be like a better version of the Emoji Movie.
Oh
My
yeah,
honest-
definitely,
And
definitely.
I'm not excited.
I'm
for
really
that
hyped for Emoji Movie 2.
Oh my gosh.
because like I don't like the idea of the internet being a plot point.
I can see that. It feels kind of like,
Yeah.
I mean, you can't go into the internet without having like Twitter, Google, and all that stuff. So it feels like an advertisement, like the Emoji
Yeah.
Movie did. But it's also, that's what the internet is. So I'm kind of hoping they get some creative with it, and it's not like, here's an ad for all this crap.
Yeah, I can see that, but like I think I would feel better about this if like we saw a company do it right, and it's not just Disney jumping into it. Like
Well, I
it feels
mean,
like,
it is Disney, so you know they'll do it right. If anybody does it right, it'll be Disney.
but Disney didn't exactly get the Cars
Star
sequel
Wars.
right.
Well, that's Cars. Cars wasn't good to begin with. Wreck-It Ralph was though. Wreck-It
Yeah,
Ralph was good.
it was good because
So-
it focused on 80s culture, but like
You know, I'm not gonna, it's not a movie I'm probably gonna be like rushing to see in theaters. I'll probably honestly wait till it comes out on like iTunes or like some other format where I don't have to leave my house because I'm lazy. I did find one joke particularly funny in there when they have Vanellope go into the room with all the princesses.
Oh,
and they're,
yeah.
like, going over like, so are you a princess? Have you been kidnapped? Have you been done this? And then they end the joke with, is there a big strong man that everyone thinks did the work, like is the reason your story started or whatever? And she's like, yeah. And they're all like, she is a princess. And I'm kind of laughing. I'm like, Penelope, if Ralph didn't show up, your car would have been messed up.
yeah,
That's the entire plot of the movie would not have happened. You'd still be a glitch.
yeah, really. I mean, like
Exactly. That's the
if
whole
you think
point.
about it, the movie with Wreck-It Ralph in it, if Ralph didn't do anything, the movie wouldn't have happened.
Exactly.
Imagine that.
It's almost like in Jurassic Park. If they never went to Jurassic Park,
Oh
the
yeah.
movie wouldn't
Speaking
have
of
happened.
speaking of Jurassic Park, the new Jurassic World movie, The Lost World, has like a 69 on Rotten Tomatoes right now. 20 reviewers, 69.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, for some reason, Rotten Tomatoes put that on their Instagram today. They said 20 reviews, 69 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, it's. I think the
Oh, no.
reason that is because Jurassic World was like the freaking. Well, I think it's one of the highest grossing movies of like all time.
Yeah, it is.
Really?
They got a
Yeah.
lot of money.
It's like up there in like third place, I think, behind Star Wars: The Force Awakens. and
Is
Avatar.
is it third? Hang on, let me
I'll check. I studied this for
quick
like a
reference
week
check.
because there are some weird franchises that make a lot of money, like Ice Age.
I can't imagine.
Oh,
it's
oh, wait,
of
wait,
all
wait, wait.
time.
Wait, I goofed up. That's not The Lost World. That's the original Jurassic Park sequel. This one's called Fallen Kingdom. Sorry, it's just like the same movie. It looks like the same movie to me.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Jurassic World. I mean, or Jurassic Park or whatever. You know, like, you know, people make dinosaurs and keep thinking it's a great idea and like, oh, let's put them in a park with like minimal security, and then
Mhm.
oh
And
man,
then you-
people are getting eaten.
Put Newman in charge of security.
Okay, I was wrong. It was in fact, it was the third highest grossing movie whenever it was actually released. But as of now, it is not because Star Wars and Avengers: Infinity War took its place.
What's Infinity War right now?
Oh, it's at the fourth highest grossing movie of all time with like 2 billion almost.
I
Oh
can't
my
believe it.
gosh.
Yeah, it's Avengers.
Gosh.
I mean, I couldn't believe some of the like. So I saw some people really like hating on the movie or just like disliking it. Like, you know what? The ending really robbed like all my enjoyment of this movie. The ending is what like really killed me.
I
Wait, are
love
we
the
like-
ending.
Are we allowed to spoil Infinity Wars at this point?
Yeah, it's been like a month.
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
No biggie.
So, like, I heard some people going over this. I don't want to get too far into this and just go off on a tangent, but they
No.
were saying how in Infinity War, you know, it took the joy or like all like the like momentum of the movie all halted when everyone started like Thanos clicked his fingers and killed everybody because like they're like, well, I know they're getting a sequel to their movies, so like I don't believe they're dead and stuff. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, it's not about. It's like I don't care if I know this guy's living. I don't know anyone else is living.
Exactly. Like
I get that.
whenever like I saw it on the opening Friday, not the Thursday, sadly. And I was like, so there were some spoilers about that I was able to just debunk, like the Spider-Man dying, because like I was doing some research just last week, unrelated completely, about Spider-Man Homecoming 2. So like I know he's not gonna die. Then when that happened, it really hit me because it like not only did it like go against my expectations, but like it really went against it.
Yeah, I wonder if it's everybody's. Like everybody's expecting either Tony or Steve to die, and then all these characters, all these fan favorites like Spider-Man, Black Panther, Gamora. I wasn't expecting her at all.
That was real. Like I was such a fan of how they humanized Thanos.
Yeah.
I loved that.
Yeah,
I like how instead of focusing mainly on all the heroes, which would have made it a giant mess, they made it central plot point, not like one hero. They made it the big bad.
Yeah,
yeah.
that was a smart move.
Yeah.
And if you guys noticed, they actually did a really cool, like, I guess you could call it subtle thing where they kind of had each different area like color coded. So like when Thanos is fighting, Iron Man and all them, it's like very red and orangey to my memory.
Yeah.
And then like, it's very green and like Wakanda. And like I just loved how they like the color coordination of all things.
Yeah, I noticed that as well.
Yeah. That's
Like,
something I actually didn't think about before, but now that you mention it, yeah, I get that.
Like more recently, as like I've been watching more movies and stuff, I've been noticing more things. Like in the Pacific Rim movies, well, at least in the sequel, I can't really talk about the first movie that much because they didn't have this as much. But like in the opening scene, and I'm not going to say this movie's the best. It's not as good as the first one, definitely.
It's robot fights,
Yeah, it's robot fights.
Red Skull was the one at the peak of the spire. Soul Stone thing.
Yes.
That was hilarious because I was there with my dad who didn't know anything about like I basically spent the entire car ride there like kind of coaching him on every Marvel movie ever made.
Oh gosh.
And he was just like, he just like going to the movies. And I was just like, all right, I don't want to go alone. So I'll grab 2 younger brothers and a dad and see what happens. And I was the only one there who got everything. And they're all like, oh, cool. That's fun. That was a good movie. And I'm like, do you know what happened?
You were just like crying over the Spider-Man death. And they're like,
Red Skull shows up and I'm like slamming my hand on my seat, like, oh my God. And that's like, who's that?
I got the exact same feeling whenever like they said the name Stormbreaker. Because like freaking I've been like reading up on like I've known about Beta Ray Bill since like 2013, and like finally like hearing his weapon, I'm like, oh holy crap! They got Horse Thor.
Yeah, I'm amazed that I can love Horse Thor better than like female Thor. Like I'm cool for Horse Thor, but like they throw like
Jane Foster.
Yeah, I just couldn't get behind it. I was just like, I don't know how I can get behind the horse doing this, but I can't get behind you.
Also, can I just say something? Black Panther is currently the ninth highest grossing movie of all time.
Meh.
Black Panther.
I'm not a fan of the movie.
Yeah, I still haven't seen it.
The movie's a good Marvel movie, but it's not ninth highest grossing movie of all time. It's not that quality.
Yeah. I've seen, I guess, most of it at this point, but I haven't seen, like, all of it. But from what I could see, it's not the greatest, not even the greatest Marvel movie of all time.
I
honestly.
found Ant-Man to be a way better movie than that,
Really?
Yeah, I thought Ant-Man was just hilarious to watch.
Yeah.
Like,
it was funny.
And I was just kind of like, okay, it just had a lot of, like, inconsistencies that I've learned throughout my life how to hate movies, and I hate it. I wish I could go back to just watching movies and being like, oh, I can enjoy this instead of analyzing everything. Like, how many things can those little like Wakandan ball things that Black Panther keeps throwing? How many things can those things do? Because they do everything.
I know, it's like the magic thing.
How is this 8-year-old or however old, like 16-year-old girl, the smartest genius in the world?
Exactly.
Because adamantium.
Wait,
did I just say adamantium?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
I'm just gonna leave now. I'm sorry.
Shit.
For shame. How dare you?
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna leave.
But we can't be using the the box office records as a standard of quality, because Minions is the 16th highest grossing film of all time.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Look
Shut
it
your
up.
mouth. No, it's not.
You need to throw some links here.
No, it's not.
According
I
to
know this.
according to the Wikipedia, which is mostly accurate,
No,
Wikipedia.
mostly accurate.
if you click that, then go down to the chart of the highest grossing films. Number 16 is Minions.
No.
Right in between Iron Man 3 and Captain America Civil War.
There needs
Yeah.
to be Captain America Civil War.
Yes.
That is amazing.
No way. I don't.
Yeah.
I still don't believe you. I still don't.
And it also
Highest
beat,
grossing film adjusted for inflation is Gone with the Wind.
yeah, but like,
We need like
Just-
a regional map. Because this has to be like, whoop, everybody in China loved it.
it's
Like, what
worldwide
did I say?
growth. That's what they're growing off. It might be, but
Oh yeah, Minions is number 16.
that just baffles me.
No, I still don't believe you. Hang on.
Furious 7 is number 7. Huh.
Okay, that's awesome.
That's kind of funny.
I don't care what you say. That's just awesome.
Runny, every time I look at your avatar, I know it's Buzz Lightyear right now, but I keep thinking it's the neighbor from Hello Neighbor.
What?
Oh,
Does
Have you ever seen Hello Neighbor?
yeah,
Game?
yeah.
Yeah, for some, just looking at the small scale, it just looks like his mouth is a little mustache, and it looks like the neighbor.
Yeah, I see it. Oh my gosh, you guys are right.
holy shit!
I hate this.
Holy heck!
I hate this.
Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle is the 40th highest grossing movie.
What the
of all-
heck? Transformers: Dark of the Moon beat Lord of the Rings: Return of the Kings to greatest movie of all time. And Minions. I hate this.
I know.
I hate this. What the heck?
Wonderland beats Zootopia, and that's the best thing.
I don't
It's
like a
best.
majority of the movies on here.
Oh, Spider-Man 3, guys. It's
Transformers.
It's time.
Transformers: Age of Extinction beat Toy Story 3 in the box office.
Okay, you gotta know that Transformers gets a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
unfortunately.
it's a giant action movie that is catering to nostalgia and
And
catering
idiots.
to kids.
It
And
can't
idiots.
be- it's
And-
not catering to nostalgia. There's nothing nostalgic about Transformers. If you look at like the old Transformers,
Yeah.
if you're talking the movie chains, like with what's his face, Holes dude, just do it.
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf. If you're talking about those first movies, I can see there. But if you're talking about the original Transformers, I'm like, there's no correlation. I've seen a lot
There's
of the
not.
cartoons. Like,
There isn't, but because it's called Transformers.
speaking of
Pretty much.
Transformers, have you guys seen the Bumblebee trailer?
Oh, the perfect
haven't.
segue. I have. I was actually very surprised whenever I saw that because I thought the whole entire series was scrapped after
Merlin?
the last night.
Yeah.
Like freaking bombed.
Yeah.
Like, so
they
I
have
thought
a-
like the extended Transformers voice. Sorry for cutting you off, by the way.
Oh no, I am. This is my first podcast, dude. So I'm still learning timing.
Okay. So like the whole entire. I thought with the last night bombing, I thought that meant like okay, yeah, it bombed a lot and it cost a lot more. So like it's canceled, right? Then I see this trailer out of nowhere while just watching some YouTube videos. And I'm like, oh crap, that's real. And then my hype kept on building. I saw John Cena. It went even further up. And then they pulled out Rick Astley. And my hype just kind of went down some. Because as soon as the movie pulls out the never gonna give you up joke, it automatically is just like, you just had to do that, didn't you?
I mean, for a group of people right here that love 2000s stuff, I don't think we can knock the 2000s memes.
No, I'm just saying it's overused modernly. Like, I love that meme to death whenever it's, like, well executed. But, like, randomly, it's been in a lot of movies recently. And it's just kind of now just being like, you're taking the joy of the meme where it just comes out of nowhere and just keeps on making it more predictable.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Like, if you're gonna kill a meme, at least do All-Star, because I love that meme. Like, I don't know.
You know what we need to learn more about? Shrek. That's what we need more in our lives.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
But speaking of the trailer, one thing I really dug about it was Bumblebee himself. Like, he looks like a Volkswagen Beetle.
Yeah.
Or whatever that. I know it's a Beetle. I don't know if it's a. I don't know cars. I'm a 20-year-old guy and I don't know cars, so don't judge me.
He's a Volkswagen bug, basically.
But yeah, like it looks like armor. It looked good. You know, like it looked a lot better. Like the Bumblebee transforming, like there was less like metal bits. Like you ever notice on the modern or the older Transformers, like it's like they transform, but they resemble nothing like the vehicles they were. They're just metal and some color. But like I liked how he looked.
I always
Right, Aku, that is a Volkswagen Beetle.
Nailed it.
I always liked the Bumblebee just because he was actually not blue or gray. He was bright yellow, or not bright yellow, but he was yellow. And it's like, that's awesome. We should get more like that. Because I dig that yellow on him because it makes him stand out.
Fun fact, that's why Pikachu's yellow. Because blue and like all those other colors were overused. So the creators of Pikachu, Pokemon, they were just like, let's make him yellow. Let's make the main character yellow because everyone likes that.
Well, actually, Pikachu wasn't initially going to be the main character. He was
I know that. I know
it was initially going to be
Clefairy.
Clefairy, but they went against it because Clefairy was more catering to the female audience.
Right.
And they went with Pikachu because he's both a badass rat and a cute little rat.
Yeah.
And yellow is a very neutral color.
Yeah.
Sorry, Goo. For cutting you off.
It's fine. Don't worry. Just don't spout some Pokemon lore at me again, Ninja. You're not talking to the average Pokemon fan.
Uh-oh.
I was born in the Pokemon. I forgot the rest of the quote. Damn it.
Aku,
I was born in Pokemon.
Molded by
You
it.
merely adopted it.
Aku, I would like to point out that I know my Pokemon stuff really well.
So this has made a future podcast episode, Aku versus Ninja Pokemon.
Debate.
Ooh,
Yeah,
interesting.
lore.
We'll set up a bunch of questions for you two, and we'll just have like a game show.
Runny will
A
be
game show trivia. Let's do it.
Okay, let's
Special
do it.
event.
Okay, so let's see. That's one trailer. What was the last trailer?
Gotta be on
Crap.
Sunday.
How to Train Your Dragon.
Sunday.
We talked about all. No, we didn't. Did we?
Did we talk about How to Train Your Dragon? Oh, the Lego movie. That's what we
Oh
didn't
yeah,
talk
the
about.
Lego. Okay, so the Lego. This was another one where I was just watching YouTube and that trailer appeared as an ad, and I was just blown away because
Yeah.
no, because quite literally, I have seen the Lego movie more than 10 times with and without commentary.
I've seen it twice.
I said
Yeah.
Years ago.
There was just like one summer where I would just always watch the Lego movie because I was obsessed with Legos. Now
Yeah,
I'm
I was
not as
obsessed with them. I was
now
obsessed with them
I'm-
when I was like 12.
yeah now
Not anymore.
yeah I was 12 when that happened, but like now I'm not as obsessed. Like I want to pick up a few of the $80 Lego sets and just build something, but I don't have the money for that. So
Yeah,
does.
Legos are getting too expensive now.
well,
But anyway,
actually, it's more because you're getting smarter as you grow up. So like the cheaper ones aren't worth the money for you anymore.
I guess that I have noticed they're getting more expensive though. Like when they have the more detailed minifigures and more detailed pieces, like they have to raise the price because they're more expensive to make now.
Yeah, understandable. Yeah, wait, yeah. Yeah, that also happens, inflation and
Yeah.
stuff. I'm pretty sure whenever I use inflation a lot, it's not correct.
You just don't.
I don't use it.
It's a buzzword, you know. It's like
Yeah, it's probably not right.
it's getting hotter. Global warming or inflation?
Oh no.
What's the difference?
Why'd you fail this math test, Ninja? Inflation.
Yeah. But I really enjoy that trailer a lot, not just because I love Chris Pratt, not just because I have huge nostalgia for it.
Mhm.
Wait, no, that's why I liked it.
I don't have huge nostalgia for a movie I was obsessed with and watched 14 times. Who are you talking to?
Yeah. But honestly, I love the movie to death. And
So, what did you think of the trailer?
oh, it was awesome. It's exactly what I wanted.
Hey, everything
Really?
is awesome.
Oh yeah.
Oh gosh, I wasn't expecting that. Like, I was expecting everything to be like in the city and happy and cheery, sort of again, or maybe them do like the Duplo things
Well,
and
yeah,
make it about
but
that. But I wasn't
what I'm
expecting it to go
expecting
Mad
it-
Max.
Well, this is a parody of the DC stuff. From what I'm thinking, don't take my.
I don't know. It looks more like Mad Max. It's definitely more Mad Max
Okay. And it
because
looks like
you go
Yeah.
from everything is all routine and awesome and everybody's having a good time to now everybody's like Mad Max and there's a bunch of cyborgs everywhere and kids crawling out of the sewers with weapons and all that, and it's just like people trying to survive, and it's kind of like everything isn't awesome, sometimes you're gonna have hard times.
I think it's combining a bunch of tropes there, because first you have the Mad Max stuff, but then did you guys remember the part of the trailer where they go off into space, and then you have Chris Pratt's character, I cannot remember the name, Emmett.
Yeah, Emmett.
You have Emmett and his plant sidekick going off
Planty.
into space together, which sounds a lot like Guardians of the Galaxy, in my opinion.
Yeah. I saw a lot of comments about that.
but
People
it's
were
Chris
like,
Pratt, so like
yeah, people were like, oh look, it's Star-Lord and Groot
yeah.
going off
Holy
again.
sh-
But yeah,
But-
did you guys notice that the minifigure for the alien was like the Lego Friends minifigures that they have?
Yeah, that
It was the
actually
exact same model.
no, that fits into the lore,
Yeah.
because this is I can't remember his name. This is the Hand's son
Oh my god.
and daughter. Wait, no, sister. It's the Hand's. No, the man upstairs. It's his daughter.
What? Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell. This is Will Ferrell's daughter,
Mm-hmm.
who is the sister to the boy who was originally playing.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
what? It's like she grew up. I've heard that might be what it is. Like she
No.
went from Duplo to grown up now because of the Lego the Friends minifigure.
I think it
I
was
don't know.
just. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think this is like a month time skip, where she was at like the.
I don't know about a
going
month.
It's a month time skip while they're training for the tuning exams.
Actually, though, it could be like a Toy Story 3 where the son who was playing with the Legos in the first
No.
movie is like all grown up, so everything is like all in
Also-
disarray, and then his little sister goes downstairs and sees it and starts playing with it. I don't know. It could be what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the Lego movies are weird with their like it's weird because it's like it tells the story like it's this kid and he's messing with his dad's Legos, and you got that whole parallel, and I hung on for that part. But where I lost it was Emmett can move in the real world. So is this the kid's story, or is the real I don't really understand where the line crosses here.
I don't know.
And
magic Legos or just kids' fantasy story.
Maybe he was imagining Emmett moving. Maybe
What
it was
if-
just like
Well,
another
he
story in his
actually-
head.
No.
He moved
Guys,
in the real
I don't
world.
know.
What if the whole entire Lego universe is this kid telling his kids his stories of him playing with Legos? So he doesn't know how Emmett got to the ground. So he put a fantastical twist on it, saying instead of Will Ferrell not, it just Emmett used the power of his free will and stuff
We
to
are
get off of it.
We are hyper analyzing the crap out of the Lego.
You know?
Okay, it says kids, cousin, third neighbor, twice removed.
Okay.
No, and then it turns out that Lego Movie's just in Paranormal Activity, and it was a ghost that moved it.
Goosebumps.
I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Goosebumps.
Jack
In the
Black,
same universe as Goosebumps.
Yeah.
Jack Black shows up. He wrote the Goosebumps books, and that's where it transitions into Jumanji.
Oh my
And
god.
he goes from that world to the School of Rock, where he
Oh my
then transforms into a panda to fight kung fu.
No.
And then he gets tired of being a panda, So then he goes and he writes a book called
Dude,
Gulliver's Travels.
I'm sorry, but like, you're right up until the Book of Rock, but because Miranda
Rock?
Cosgrove
School of Rock.
was his student,
Mhm.
and then she went on to make her web series called iCarly.
Oh no.
And
Oh
then-
no. Wait.
No,
But before that, she was Drake and Josh's little sister.
yeah.
And then Crazy Steve kidnapped her.
That's what the theory states. And that's how the whole entire Lego movie is in
And then
Crazy
something,
Steve's
Oh.
mind.
and something about feet.
Oh, yeah. But, okay, so before we move on to whatever the next topic is, can I just say I love the name of this movie? Because
Second one.
The Lego Movie 2.
the second part,
Oh yeah, the second part.
like,
Yeah, I forgot about that part.
that wasn't necessary at all. But, yeah.
Yeah, but it's just there.
I just
Also-
wish they. I just wish. they
Also,
had
where does Lego Ninjago and Lego Batman fit with this timeline?
I don't know.
separate?
I have no idea.
Maybe.
I am your father's brother.
I mean, I've seen all
brother's
three,
nephew's
and,
cousin's former roommate.
Just gut rot mumbling. Just like,
He's gut rot. That's what
That's
he
how it
does.
work.
he's the ASMR part of this podcast.
Shh.
He's gonna tell you
Don't
all
question
something
me.
about feet.
Okay, so are we done with the Lego talk?
Sure.
Okay.
Transitioning.
Let's transition into.
Did we talk about How to Train Your Dragon?
Transitions
Yeah.
don't work if you say, okay, let's transition.
Wait, no, we didn't. Runny, we were talking about that before. I never got to explain why I don't like the girl.
Oh,
Don't-
yeah,
are
I got
you one of those
confused.
people
Just
who's
kidding.
Like, are you one of those people, Ninja, who's like, I've seen complain that are just like, she just looks like a female toothless.
Yes.
Like, the gender stereotypes are off the roof.
She's
Oh, no,
just
it's not that.
white.
Yeah.
She's just white and perfect.
Why
Okay.
can't she be gay? Why can't Toothless have a boyfriend? You know,
Oh my gosh.
surviving member of his species, so of course he needs a male friend.
Wait, how do we know that Toothless isn't a girl?
Because Astrid said, oh,
Uh-oh.
you flipped it on me. I thought you were going to say, how do we not know the Light Fury is a girl? And I was about to be like, well, Astrid said it's Toothless has a girlfriend.
Wait, but how does she know?
Maybe they checked.
Oh, how would they?
They feel
How do you-
around.
Oh God.
Do you have pets running? That's how you
Yes, I
check.
do. But like, how would you get close enough to a dragon to see that? That's what I want. That's what I want to know.
The same way Hiccup's mom did, apparently. 'Cause she was just
Oh,
on
that's
Toothless
right.
in the second movie and turning things on. Like, here's your raptor claws. Here's your super flying powers. Like,
Yeah.
have you guys seen or no? I know it's called a Light Fury. I keep calling it the White Fury.
Okay. So can I just explain why I don't like the White Fury?
Sure.
Yes, explain.
I don't like it in the same way that, like, I just don't like how there has to be a female Toothless. If they pull it off fine, it's good, but as a concept, I don't like it.
But it's not a female Toothless. That's the interesting part, because actually, it's not like it's not like here's a Night Fury, and
Mhm.
here's just the only other Night Fury in existence, and it's a girl and it's white. It's not. This is no Bye Bye Butterfree stuff where it's just a random pink Butterfree who's a girl. No, this is the Light Furies. Actually, I was searching on Tumblr. Oh my god, I can't believe I said that out loud. But I was on there. Don't
Exposed.
question me why. You guys don't know, but I have short dyed purple hair, and I identify as they.
Uh-oh.
What? But moving on.
Okay.
Anyway.
The Light Furies are actually a separate species. They're related to the Night Furies, but there's actually more than there's more Light Furies out there. You know,
Oh,
she's not
okay.
the last one. So it's like he just found a species of Light Fury, and they're like compatible.
Oh, okay, so I didn't know that because I haven't seen the trailer. I just clicked.
That's
through
not even
it
the
a
trailer.
bunch.
I was searching through. It was like apparently one of the writers or something said that.
Oh yeah, so I totally didn't know that. Now I'm kind of with it.
Yeah, it feels a little better than because it's subverting the trope of just here's the girl character.
Okay, yeah. I was just thinking that it was just a random girl character. I'm like, why is this necessary? Why? But yeah, and sure. I do in fact like its design weirdly. Like the cheekbones on it aren't exactly like Toothless.
Yeah. It can also vanish into thin air, which is pretty sick.
Yeah.
In all honesty, like the trailer that we saw wasn't the best trailer out there.
Really.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the fan-made trailer. Yeah. Okay, so Ninja was telling me about his beard, and he told me to go to like a certain part in the trailer to see where the beard was. So anyway, I clicked on the first video I saw for the trailer, and it was like a fan-made trailer made in 2000. It was made in like 2016, but like he went back later and added the official poster as the thumbnail to the his fan-made trailer,
And the best
and he pretty much just he blended like what was it? He put some Overwatch in there, didn't he?
No,
And then
he just put in so he was like getting a bunch of clips. And one of the clips had Blizzard Entertainment presents.
yeah, like in the middle of the trailer.
That's
So like it was like a mix between
just a
Warcraft
crap
and
trailer.
Overwatch. It was
so
awful.
weird.
These are actually you guys don't know it, but in How to Train Your Dragon 3, Genji and Hanzo are appearing.
What?
Yeah, that's where they get their ultimates. They're dragons.
Oh my god.
Oh no, they're gonna kill everybody.
Spoilers.
In the Norse movie, the Chinese inspired dragons will appear.
Oh.
I was about to say the Chinese people appear, but like
Oh my gosh. The Japanese appear out of nowhere and invade.
Whales, now
Like
the
Shia LaBeouf.
now the dragons.
Oh yeah. Shia LaBeouf comes out of nowhere and kills everybody
Yeah, with Bumblebee.
It's gonna dig a hole
with a shotgun.
and a shovel.
Shovel.
But the Pepe army comes in and protects them. The
The
Kek
pet
Nation.
band?
The Kek Nation.
You know, it's one thing I wasn't kind of liking at first with the white dragon. Like, I'm fine with it as I don't really have any major problems. It's like a softer looking Toothless in a way, and it doesn't really have as many prominent scales. Like on Toothless, you can really see those like black scales along his face.
Yeah.
But I was kind of looking closer at it in a picture, and I'm like, oh, it like really like glistens, like has like a sparkle effect to it. That's actually pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. Like just from the poster, you can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has
Just
really
look at the poster.
defined cheekbones.
Mhm.
Like unlike Toothbones.
Yeah, for a
I don't
dragon.
know. The cheekbones really matter to me for
And then just into those cheekbones.
I am.
You know what? This looks like that one Tinkerbell movie where she finds her sister. That's what it reminds me of.
Oh,
Hang on.
that-
What was it called?
Oh my god! A Secret of the Wings.
Yeah, that one.
You
the heck?
totally just blew my mind. That was in the back of my mind the entire time. I was like, this whole duality, yin yang thing kind of seems familiar. I'm like, that is totally Secrets of the Wings Tinkerbell.
I would like to put in my resignation form now.
I haven't seen it. I've seen the poster.
I am disappointed that 3 people here know Tinkerbell stuff.
Well, I mean, I just know the movie because it was advertised on Disney Channel for so long. And I've seen some of it. I'm not going to lie. I've seen some of it.
I'm disappointed, Runny.
He's cried. He has some feelings.
I cried.
You know that meme where it's like where the boys cried and where the men cried? Just like whenever Spider-Man dies, where the boys cried. Secret of the Wings, where the men cried.
Where men cried.
Uh,
All right. You know what? It also looks like literally Civil War, Batman v Superman, literally every other poster.
yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah, I actually do quite enjoy the poster just because of the memes.
I didn't enjoy it as a movie. I like the airport fight scene. I liked Spider-Man, but other than that, I honestly was not a fan.
Really? I love that movie.
I mean, like, I think it's a good movie, but I feel like a lot of it has I watched it the first time. I was like, oh man, this is awesome. And then I watched it a few more times. I'm like, okay. Then I watched it too many times, and I was just like, I'm not a fan of this. And it's really it might be my I'm Team Iron Man all the way. I am not a fan of Captain America at all.
Oh, interesting.
I just don't really like him. I just never especially I'm not a fan of Superman, and I'm not a fan of Captain America, but I like Iron Man and Batman. You know, I don't like those the guy who's never wrong. He's like, Iron Man's cool because he messes up. Like, everyone's always like, he created Ultron, and I'm like, yeah, but he tried to fix it. He did a lot of stuff that was wrong, but he also did a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Steve wasn't in the right either, or he hasn't done all the right things. But Tony's messed up a lot more, definitely.
Yeah,
and he puts a lot of the blame on himself.
Yeah, but a lot of the stuff is also even creating Ultron. I hear a lot of people go to that for his mistake, and I'm like, well, Scarlet Witch kind of mind messed him up.
Yeah, and sure, I guess.
I was about to say mind fucked, and then I was like, mine messed up, and I was just like, is this PG?
I mean, it wasn't just him either. It was Bruce Banner too. He helped with that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, overall, they didn't really have much of a choice.
You said Bruce Banner, and I thought Batman. I was like, what?
Oh yeah. Batman helped too.
I got with Civil War, there was so much hype around it because the story itself is really good.
Yeah.
And then it was just this movie came out, and it's just it's this movie. It's
a lot of it was convenience.
Yeah. And
Gutrot left, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Just gonna put that up. But bye, Gutrot. You didn't say anything.
But with the movie itself, what really kind of the whole entire conflict is created out of Tony feeling bad for killing one kid, but saving the whole Earth.
Yeah.
And he's like, we gotta stop this. We shouldn't have been focusing on saving everyone. That one kid died for everyone else.
I mean, accountability than anything,
yeah, it's something he's been struggling with since the first movie,
Yeah.
Yeah, Scarlet Witch murdered 13 people, and then Tony was just like, you know what? You're a visa-less, passport-less, foreigner in this land, and you just murdered 20 people in that building. Here, you gotta stay on my resort campus. This is where you gotta stay. You can't go out into the world. You gotta stay on my island paradise, awesome home base. And it's you locked me in my room, Tony. It's what? I'm sorry. Did you need anything else? You murdered 13 people.
Yeah, what a menace.
Yeah, Scarlet Witch, the real bad guy. She murdered Vision.
Oh, well, I mean, she did, and then Thanos just kind of retconned it.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, whatever, I'll kill him."
And then she ended up dying for her sin.
Yeah, it was sad.
Thanos is he should be a writer with all that retconning he's doing.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Thanos is the ultimate retconner.
Yeah. Have you guys seen any more recent cartoon shows out there?
More recent? Not really many recent ones. I've been going back and watching old ones that I missed.
I don't have cable anymore, so it's kind of just I'm stuck with what I got. If I hear good, OKKO, that if that comes out on DVD and it's relatively cheap and it's not excruciatingly hard to get, I'm gonna pick that up.
As an OKKO fanboy, I can tell you, for one, every episode's out on YouTube in good quality.
But I don't like pirating stuff unless I have to.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Nerd. Jesus Ninja, you're on the internet, man. There's no morality here.
Right. Well, yeah, here, how about this, Aku? After the podcast, you give me 5 episodes to watch, okay?
Okay.
5 favorite, except for the cactus one, where the guy from that one.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, except for that one because I've heard good things about that one. I want to watch that at some date.
Mm-hmm.
I'll watch them, and if I really like it, I'll watch everything else. Okay.
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 Yeah. I'm gonna consult with some fellow KO fans.
But I love the style, and I love Ian Jordan's QWERTY.
He is amazing.
Yeah, like he's definitely really cool. I really like Knock Force as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, where was I going with this?
Wait, have you seen Knock Force, Aku?
Knock Force? No.
I don't know what that is.
It's okay. So I'm gonna nerd out about my Rebel Taxi information.
Oh, you're gonna nerd out on this nerdy podcast where we just ranted about like Star Wars, Avenger. No, we didn't go Star Wars, Avengers.
Yeah. So as like a last topic before we get into questions and then end the podcast, because this is almost an hour long.
Oh, cool.
According to Sonny. Sonny, put the time in the chat.
Timestamp Stunny.
Send it to us.
45 minutes.
Oh my
45
God.
minutes. So
That's a pretty long time. Didn't feel like that.
oh yeah, I know. I love yeah,
Like
this is a
20
really fun
minutes.
podcast to read. So what I was saying is we were on Knock Force. So Knock Force was when Ian George 40 was either in college or graduating from college. He wanted something to do. So on top of working all that, he made a show with Jim Gisriel and Ian Jones 40. They made a show called Knock Force, where they were 2 rappers who would just go around and just rap about stuff. They had quickies in place where they would just like talk about random things that were on their mind on that day. And then what's it called? And so then that got somewhat big, not that big though. And Ian moved on to bigger and better things, such as going to cartoons. And Jim now resigns as being a net reviewer and on the Pizza Party podcast, which inspired me to make this podcast, by the way.
Funny.
And
yeah,
then,
I've watched Rebel Taxi's video, so I know what you're talking about. I don't remember any details about the show, but I just looked up a picture and I totally remember that.
There are about 3 episodes that focus on it. The episode 81 of the podcast with Ian Jones, episode 10 and episode 19 partially focused on it a bit because they had Jim on the podcast. Then after that, what's it called? Oh crap. Shit. And then after that, yeah, the top 10 animated bands, they were number 7, I think.
Oh, interesting.
Don't quote me on that. I know way too much about Pan Pizza.
I'm gonna quote you on that. You can't just claim you know stuff about that and then just say don't quote me on that.
I'm talking about the numbering, like number 7. Don't quote me on that number specifically.
You should know that.
Yeah, I don't think I trust you, Ninja. You should know that. That's common knowledge.
Fine, I'll look it up. But yeah, and so Knock Force got him into his thing. Then Ian just started working on Adventure Time, then Steven Universe, and then of course OKKO, which is a pilot from Lakewood Plaza Turbo, which came out in 2015, I think.
Yeah, I think so. For the pilot, at least.
Yeah, and then in 2016, there were a bunch of shorts produced. Then he got greenlit on the whole entire show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to questions.
Sweet.
So, Runny, go get the 3 questions from Chris.
Oh, no.
No, the 3, not the hentai one.
No. Okay.
We don't have any other questions.
You know you're prepared when you have to ask someone to go get the questions.
Actually, you know what? Let's just come up with questions on our own. Let's come up with... Sunny, give us questions. She can be our questionnaire.
Yeah.
It's number 9. I was off by 2 and 3.
Sunny's recording this, if you guys don't know. She's in the room with us. She's just not talking. Or she's muted herself so she can record all this.
So basically, what happened is we're all stuck in a room together.
No one
Gutrot
can
had
see
to
it,
go to
Sonny.
get a pizza. But like we're all stuck in a room together, and so what's it called?
Yeah, Gutrot went to go get pizza. That's what he did.
Yeah.
Did he?
I don't
Uh-huh.
know.
Then why is he still online?
Because he went to go get a pizza.
Because people
But why-
leave their computers on
He had to leave our room to go pick up the pizza.
Oh my god.
That makes sense. Actually, let's see. We can find some random questions online. Hang on.
Okay, so
Random. Oops, spelled random wrong. Random
For a
question.
quality podcast, we have
so
Random questions for a quality podcast.
actually I'm gonna bring up something. In the pilot episode of this podcast, what we did is we went to a dating website and looked up 40 questions to ask on a first date.
Ooh. Let's see.
Do you guys actually have questions from someone somewhere?
Wait a minute. Well, I got one. What is the sexiest and least sexy name?
Are you asking
You gotta have
us?
two. The sexiest name and the least sexy name.
Okay, so sexiest name is Chris.
Yeah, I can see that.
And the least sexiest name is probably like Jared. I don't know.
Oh.
I'm joking. I'm joking, Runny. I'm joking. It's probably
I'm hurt.
Steven.
I'm hurt. Let's see.
Oh,
For me, it would
Oh my
be
god, Sonny just pointed something out that amazes me. We all have weird names.
Ninja. Is there something you want to tell us?
Yes, I am in love with Chris Pratt.
Who
Oh,
isn't?
me too. It's okay.
Everybody is. You can't not.
I
be
don't
in
want to
love
say
with
on this
Chris
podcast what I would do to his abs.
Pratt.
Oh. Oh my
Cheese
god.
on those things.
But
Oh,
after,
okay.
no, once the recording button's off, I'll tell you what I would do.
Oh gosh. Oh
It
no.
involves peanut butter.
Oh no.
I'm just
Oh,
imagining. You guys
oh
know
no.
the SpongeBob picture with him licking something.
Yeah, that would be me.
Okay. Let's see. Another question.
Here, Sunny actually
Wait.
gave us one. What's
Whoa,
your favorite
she's got a
color?
question? Our favorite color? Oh,
Blood.
I like blue. Oh, blood isn't a color.
Red.
I like
There you go.
I don't have a specific favorite color. I like color combinations. I feel like black with a hint of red is really good.
For
Black
Black?
with yeah,
Black. I thought you said black. Okay, black.
black with a hint of blue is also good.
Mhm.
And but I also do enjoy like a good lavender mix with another color.
Ninja, you're
Oh,
amazing.
interesting.
Why?
Interesting answer.
No, someone gives the "What's your favorite color?" question. Me and Runny are just like blue, red. You're like, well, I love a hint of black.
Oh,
And how,
you know.
how the sun glistens over the horizon, kind of like shooting into the air. And we're just over here like red.
A little bit of lavender, lavender
I
mixed
like
with a few indigo and lavender and a little bit of what would you call it? Sunset yellow.
Yeah. Sunshine.
You know,
yellow.
only the most exquisite colors
Okay,
on the rainbow.
so
The
I'm gonna
video
take
actually has
two.
questions.
I'm gonna take two of Chris's
Oh, wait.
questions.
Sunny's is mint green. In case anybody was wondering, she likes mint green.
If you guys are gonna do Sunny fan art, please make it mint green. So I'm gonna answer two of Chris's questions. Ask him, what's your favorite Ben 10 series?
Oh,
The original series.
Since
It's
we
the
always
original.
have to have something Ben 10 related for this podcast.
Ben 10.
Why is that? Well, I mean,
because
it was
we-
our childhoods.
and
Yeah,
we start.
originated from Ben 10.
It's great.
I would have met you guys if it wasn't for Ben 10.
Yeah, true.
This podcast wouldn't exist if it weren't for Ben 10 or Danny
True.
Phantom.
So,
So-
Ben 10's our daddy.
Oh.
Yes, please.
Oh,
Just trying to
no.
Make it weird.
I want
Yeah,
Cooper to
you
be my
made it-
daddy.
A little bit. Yeah, that's even weirder. Stop.
Because he's
Stop
played
it.
by Chris Pratt.
Oh, we
He
started off
was.
strong. And
I
we
always forget about that.
Yeah.
I always forget about that.
Okay.
Thanks.
So,
Ben 10. Yeah.
what's yours, Aku, since Ronnie says so?
I think I gotta give it to the original series as well. Like
Hmm.
I got a lot of love for Alien Force, and I mean I love all the series, but like, I can't decide. I think it's a tie between Alien Force and the original.
I hate to be that guy again who overcomplicates the answer.
Don't say the reboot.
Oh no.
Don't you say Omniverse with a hint of Alien Force and also a little bit of sprinkles of the original series and
No, I
just
have
a little bit of the reboot
I have
all in
three
one big
favorites.
package.
So you have
You
you have
can't
the
have
fun-
three favorites.
no. I like each one for different reasons.
Yeah, but you have to have
you
one
have the
favorite.
fundamentally the best, which is the original series, and I like watching it. But I would rather watch either Omniverse or Ultimate Alien Ultimate Alien, because I have huge nostalgia for the first series of Ultimate Alien, because I would watch that every single night.
Me too.
Like every single week, every Friday, I would keep up with it and I was invested. Like that Agrigor story was just awesome.
It was.
But you also have Omniverse, which has some of the best episodes, and I love its style.
I love the style, but I just couldn't get invested with the characters, and the arcs could have been done better.
I have to
Just
say, having
the
Rook
writing.
in there instead of Gwen and Kevin,
That was refreshing.
it was, but like,
Ben was awful though. I hated him
yeah.
so much.
But I love the style of Omniverse. Like,
I think
just looking at it, I would rather look at Omniverse rather than Ultimate Alien Force, and sometimes more than OS, just because of the fact that like it inspires me more whenever I watch Omniverse to draw, because it's like this cartoony style, which I love drawing, rather than this more like detailed style.
Yeah,
So,
a lot more simple to draw. Like a lot of people have been inspired by that.
yeah, exactly.
I am like the minute when Omniverse came out with the Predator or the Nematrix. I keep calling it the Predatrix because it sounds so much better than Nematrix. Like I love the Nematrix so much. It is like my favorite thing in the world.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, we're almost at an hour now, so to wrap it up, Chris's last question, and just a little shout out for virtual Chris because I'm his friend or his partner. Chris is putting together a little fan thing called Operation Omnidrive, which is a weird reboot of Omniverse that has its story and everything. Runny and I both worked on it. I do the designs and Runny does the story. And so yeah,
it's pretty much a big retcon of Omniverse, almost like if Omniverse never happened.
Honestly,
Basically.
I enjoy working with him. He's a cool dude.
Yeah, he's a pretty cool dude.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chris.
Yeah, shout out to virtual Chris.
Yeah,
Friend him on Discord. Okay, so last question from virtual Chris is, what's your favorite cartoon?
Ooh, favorite? Oh no, I don't know. Let's see. The original series is good, but I wouldn't call it my favorite.
Yeah.
See, like,
oh wait, I know. Batman the Animated Series. That one was easy.
yeah, I haven't seen that.
It's great. You need to watch it.
It's on Amazon Prime.
It's on.
So like,
It's on. No, it's not on Hulu. Just kidding.
it's
I
on
wish it
Amazon
was.
Prime. I want to watch it, but I don't want to because I know it's kind of long.
Ninja, you're depriving yourself
it's-
with your morals, like with your morals of not pirating.
Seriously.
Like so many good shows.
I'm okay.
Yes.
The shows. Okay, part of it is also I don't like I can't find a good pirating site.
Yeah, there's not a lot of good ones out there. Just use Dailymotion. Use Dailymotion.
So after this, can you guys recommend me this? Because I know Kiss Cartoon's good, but not always.
Yeah, not for Batman the Animated Series. Don't use it for that one.
No, Batman the Animated Series is on freaking Amazon Prime.
Yeah, then get Amazon Prime if you want to.
I do have it. So
Then watch it.
okay, so yours is Batman the Animated Series.
Oh yeah, all the way.
I think mine. I'd have to look at a list of cartoons to refigure out which is my favorite. Like OK KO is probably it's in my top 5 of all time cartoons. In my
Okay, so I have 3. I have 3 again.
Ninja, you're a gem.
No, I'm fickle.
No.
So if we go by quality wise,
When the
No,
sun
no.
aligns with the moon, this is my favorite cartoon.
No.
Wednesday, this is mine.
Okay, no, but if we're being serious, like I love a lot of cartoons. I have like 5 because 5 is my lucky number. You have Ben 10, which is amazing, right? And like it just was my childhood. You have Kids Next Door, which was my childhood, and I still love that.
Mm-hmm.
You
Ooh, I
have
love that show.
Chowder.
Oh, Chowder.
You take the moon and you take the sun.
Son.
You take everything that seems like fun.
Light it all up and dance again. Rada, rada, rada.
Rada.
Okay, but no, I just love that show because most shows that I would watch that are comedy based were like, I only laughed at them like whenever I was younger. With this show, I just love all the jokes. Like that one photo of just like Chowder holding the book called Comedy Gold.
Oh yeah, I love that episode.
Yeah.
And it's just stuff like that because it's so meta.
Yeah, that show wasn't afraid to do anything.
Oh,
Like-
yeah.
Honestly.
Like where they ran out of animation, but
By the way, for anyone's curious, Sonny's is American Dragon or Danny Phantom or Courage the Cowardly Dog.
okay.
You guys
so
know. Oh god, I don't want to go on a tangent. We're wrapping it up.
I have 2 more, and then we can let Q go on this tangent. You have Gravity Falls,
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
that's a great show.
which is Gravity Falls that I love it. I was so invested into the mystery. Okay, Sonny, good to know we're over an hour.
So about
Oh.
American Dragon, guys.
I haven't seen it.
I used to watch it when I was younger sometimes, but I never got super invested in it. Never watched it a lot.
And then you have SpongeBob, which admittedly I don't love as most people in my high school, because a lot of people love it. A lot. And it honestly, I never liked it too much. But just like knowing the backstory and everything around it, talking to people about SpongeBob has just really made my love for the show kind of grow.
It's just a meme,
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
pretty much the whole show.
I like it because it's a meme. And sadly, I ordered a cell, an animation cell, Merman and Barnacle Boy, and the eBay person canceled on me.
Brutal.
So,
I
yeah.
remember during a blackout, I was sitting by the campfire in my house with my brothers, and they started like to sing the campfire song, but they're young enough that they don't really know the entire song, and I just started belting out the lyrics, and they were just like, "How do you know this?" And I'm like, "I'm failing math. That's how I know this." Who needs math? I mean, I can sing the campfire song.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I'm able to belt out, like you said, the SpongeBob stuff because there was an album, just SpongeBob music. I bought that, and I listened to that all the time. Okay. Enough talking about me. Q, you're...
I said I'd have to look at the list, man, but OKKO is probably my. I mean, it's in my
No.
top 5. I know that.
You
so.
said you had a tangent you wanted to go on. I want to hear that tangent.
It's on American Dragon, but we're at like an hour. Should we wrap it up?
Okay, let's wrap it up, Fuzzball.
All right.
We'll save that rant for next time. On
Yep,
Dragon
next
Ball
time with the
Z.
Q, which is going to be happening at some point in time.
Oh, actually, that'll be a good question for the game show because we're doing that.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
doing that game show. You
The
and Aku.
Pokemon debate.
Yeah. Runny's the host. Okay, so before we leave, I want to shout outs to our members, specifically Sunny and Paradox, who
The OGs.
are
right there.
basically don't go into episodes, but what they do is they do a bunch of the behind the scenes things. Like Sunny makes the thumbnails, does a lot of the social media stuff, and Paradox does the editing of the episode. And without them, this podcast wouldn't be as high quality. Oh yeah, you record too, Sunny. I forgot you did that.
Oh, God. That's kind of the most important part, Ninja.
Yeah.
Oh
Sorry.
my gosh! Imagine if we did all of this and she wasn't recording.
Oh yeah. But yeah,
no.
like without them, this whole entire podcast wouldn't really be as good. It would still happened because I did all the work, but I can't do all the work because I'm lazy.
Nice.
Yeah, we all are. It's okay.
Okay, so let's end out the podcast. I'm Ninja.
right. I'm
Ooh.
Runny.
I'm
You
a
didn't let me
dude.
finish my statement. I was gonna rip off Rebel Taxi.
I didn't know you were making a statement. I thought we were just saying our names.
I completely thought we were gonna do the I'm Ninja, I'm Runny.
No, I
Yeah.
have
in the G-cast.
it's I'm Ninja. Who were all you people?
I'm Runny, I guess. I don't know.
And there was Gutrot. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
What's a Gamesphere? What's a Gamesphere? What's a Gamesphere?
Only the most sophisticated gaming experience ever created by humans, and it's spherical. Spherical.